Bitcoin to $1 million by 2030. Is that a possibility? And the quick answer to that is yes, 100%, guys, right? Personally, okay, and I'm pretty sure you guys can agree with me on this, that, I really do believe, okay, that we will in fact see a $1 million Bitcoin in the next 7 years from now, less than 7 years from now. Like, I'm genuinely being dead serious. And you guys know, right? If you guys have in fact been watching my videos, I have made plenty of videos talking about why I truly do believe, okay, we will see a $1 million Bitcoin by the year at least 2030, okay, at least. Okay, and you guys have to like really think about it, right? That is literally right around the corner, okay? That is less than 10 years from now, okay, less than a decade. So, Bitcoin, okay, you know, it will potentially reach $1 million by the year 2030, okay? So you guys understand that I personally think that Bitcoin will reach this price target, okay? I really do believe it can, okay, with my heart, okay? Um, I'm gonna show you guys in this video why I see Bitcoin reaching $1 million. And I have already made plenty of videos talking about this. Okay, so if you guys want to check out my other videos talking about, why I believe Bitcoin will potentially reach $1 million, you guys should definitely check out my other videos. But yes, in this video, I want to give you guys an update on what's happening with Bitcoin today, and of course other altcoins, but everything is in fact pumping back up, okay? It is in fact a green day in the crypto market, which is great because for the past few days, we were in fact in the reds. We saw Bitcoin having a slight drop, same with other altcoins. Okay, so you guys see, okay, Bitcoin is now currently at $23,700. It's actually pumping back up to the support level. Okay, so right now Bitcoin is in fact above this support level. Just okay, you guys can clearly see that. So we're going to see what happens, right? And I told you guys that if we do in fact see Bitcoin pump back up to $25,000 and it goes past this resistance line right here, okay, we should potentially see Bitcoin pump back up to $30,000, which is right up here. Okay, so we're going to see what happens with Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is still holding up really, really well, in my opinion, right? Same with other altcoins, right? A lot of altcoins today, like I said, are in fact in the greens. Everything's still holding up pretty well today. It's just one of those days again where everything is slightly pumping back up, okay, but not too much, right? But you guys can clearly see a lot of altcoins are in fact slightly pumping back up, okay, so everything's still holding up pretty well. So that's great to see. So guys, check this out. Here are some of Bitcoin addresses at least holding 0.1 plus coins. Okay, so you guys can clearly see that there's a fair few addresses right now throughout the years. Okay, especially right now. Okay, you guys can see it sparked up in 2021. Okay, in 2022, right, which were in fact the previous years. You guys can clearly see it sparked up like crazy. That's because a lot of people, a lot of addresses were in fact holding at least 0.1 plus of a Bitcoin. And I've been telling us as many times to at least accumulate one Bitcoin, right? At least just one single Bitcoin, because this one Bitcoin, guys, right? This one Bitcoin could potentially make you a millionaire in the future. It could, because I'm telling us right now, Bitcoin's for sure going to be reaching $1 million in the future, right? And I'm going to explain why I believe, it's going to reach $1 million. You guys have to understand, okay, it's going to reach more than $1 million. It's going to reach millions of dollars, tens and millions of dollars. Call me crazy. I don't care. But we will in fact see that for Bitcoin 100% in the future. So you guys clearly see there's a lot of addresses right now, okay, holding at least 0.1 plus of a Bitcoin, okay? And honestly, that is not much of a Bitcoin, right? So you guys have to understand, okay, it's really hard, right, to own one Bitcoin. Okay, a lot of people nowadays obviously work at a 9 to 5 job, okay, and if you told them to invest into Bitcoin and, at least accumulate one whole Bitcoin, it's going to be difficult for them, obviously. You know what I mean? Bitcoin is not cheap, guys, right? Bitcoin, buying one Bitcoin today is currently at $23,000. It's for $23,000 for one single Bitcoin. It's not cheap. I'm not saying it's cheap at all, guys, right? It really isn't. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people out there don't have that type of money to invest into Bitcoin. But you guys have to understand, dollar cost average. That's why I've always been telling you guys the dollar cost average, right? DCA invest, weekly or every 2 weeks, right? Fortnightly or monthly, right? Every month, okay? The same amount consistently, right? Dollar cost average. This investing strategy is a great strategy for, investing and accumulating. And that's why a lot of people, use this strategy. And obviously a lot of people have in fact made a lot of money long term, okay? So you guys understand Bitcoin is in fact a, asset that has a store of value. Okay, so over time, obviously, Bitcoin does in fact, always reaches a new all-time high. Okay, you guys can clearly see throughout the years how much Bitcoin has pumped up. Literally 10 years ago, right, Bitcoin was literally at like a couple dollars, and now 10 years later, right, Bitcoin was in fact at tens and thousands of dollars. I feel like a lot of people forget that at one stage, Bitcoin was close to $70,000 for one Bitcoin. Now it's at $23,000. And you're telling me you guys don't want to invest into Bitcoin. And it's down that bad, right? Bitcoin has dropped massively, and a lot of people out there still don't want to invest into Bitcoin. You guys understand there's no difference comparing Bitcoin when it was at, $67,000, right? Or $69,000, whatever its all-time high was, to where it is now at 23K. There's no difference. Okay, Bitcoin is still the same coin. It's still the same technology. There's no difference, right? So it's just crazy to me how people don't want to buy into Bitcoin, see this as the biggest opportunity right now to make some life-changing money just off of Bitcoin. And not just Bitcoin, but crypto in general, right? Because a lot of altcoins, I've been telling us many times, a lot of altcoins are in fact cheap right now, dirt cheap. Okay, a lot of altcoins are cheap right now, and I know for a fact in the next crypto bull market, which is going to happen next year, which is right around the corner, 2024, a lot of these altcoins are going to pump like crazy. Okay, because the Bitcoin halving is going to happen next year. We're going to see Bitcoin pump, and of course altcoins. They're going to absolutely pump like crazy. And you're telling me a lot of people don't want to invest into crypto. They don't see this as an opportunity, right, to make some life-changing money right now. Crazy, right? It's honestly crazy to me, guys. So I know for a fact a lot of people out there, okay, it's hard for them to accumulate one whole Bitcoin. I get that, guys. And guess what? Okay, I know for a fact maybe some of you guys, not all of you guys, maybe some of you guys have already accumulated one whole Bitcoin, right? And that's amazing. Just know you are blessed, because a lot of people out there in the world don't have one whole Bitcoin, and they can't afford to own one whole Bitcoin because it's just too expensive. And I agree, Bitcoin right now, it's not cheap at all. Even though it's dropped a lot, it's still, over $20,000, and that's like pretty much buying a new car, right? It really is, right? With that type of money today. So it's not cheap to, accumulate one whole Bitcoin, but you guys understand, if you simply just dollar cost average, okay, over time in the next few years, you will eventually get to that goal of accumulating one full Bitcoin. Okay, so that's just my opinion. And you guys can clearly see, I showed you guys this in yesterday's video, but I want to show you guys again, okay, because I just love this chart. But you guys can clearly see Bitcoin over the years, okay, over the past, 10 years, 11 years, you guys can clearly see that Bitcoin always reaches a new all-time high. Always. Okay, it always happens, guys. Okay, always. So we know, okay, that the Bitcoin halving is going to happen in the year 2024. This is where we are right now, okay, with this red line. This is our next halving in 2024. Our most recent one was in fact in 2020. So every time we have a halving, it happens every 4 years, okay? So every time we have a Bitcoin halving, Bitcoin always, potentially, right, reaches a new all-time high, always. And we know Bitcoin has a supply limit, which is 21 million Bitcoins. And I've told you guys this many times. Realistically, we only have about, less than that. We have about, 16 to 17 million Bitcoins, because over the past few years, right, for the past few years, Bitcoin, right, millions of Bitcoins have in fact been lost. We don't know where it went, right? It's been lost. So that makes it even more scarce. 21 million Bitcoins is already scarce itself. That's not much at all. And we have, over the years have lost millions of Bitcoins, right? Around 4 million Bitcoins over the years. And we now have about, 16 to 17 million Bitcoins. That makes it even more scarce. You guys have to understand that Bitcoin is the most scarce asset out there. There's not many of it, right, to go around. And I've showed you guys this many times, right? The population of the world right now, well, not right now, but in 2021, right, is currently over 7 billion, almost 8 billion people. I think by now, okay, and, right now in 2023, it's probably already hit over 8 billion people, right? You guys can clearly see that. 8 billion people right here. 8 billion people live 2023. So we have already gone over 8 billion people. Think about it. Not everyone in the world can own even 1% of a Bitcoin, 1%. That's crazy. You know what I mean? So potentially, right, even owning 1% of a Bitcoin could actually make you some life-changing money in the future. I'm being dead serious, guys, right? Like, I'm being genuinely serious here, okay? Think about it. Think about it. And look, not even all the millionaires in the world can own a Bitcoin, okay? There's over 56 million people in the world today, okay, that are in fact millionaires. Not even all the millionaires in the world can own, a single Bitcoin, because there's, realistically, there's about 17 million Bitcoins, right? Well, 21 million Bitcoins, we'll stick with that. Still, not all the millionaires in the world can own a single Bitcoin. Think about it. Bitcoin, okay, is going to reach over $1 million in the future. But we've got to start small, okay? So the year 2030, yes, I see Bitcoin reaching $1 million by the year 2030, 100%. And I know for a fact, you guys can agree with me on this one. Okay, I know that for a fact, right? So I really want you guys, and I've been telling you guys this many times. It's been literally over a year now. I've been literally telling you guys, I've been begging you guys to at least buy one Bitcoin, just one single Bitcoin, because this one single Bitcoin could potentially change your life forever. Okay, it could. I know for a fact you guys are not wealthy. Okay, I know for a fact you guys, want to become millionaires in the future, right? I'm the same, you know what I mean? I'm not wealthy, guys. You guys have to understand that, right? But, I want to get there. I want to build wealth. I want to become a millionaire, right, in the future, right? And that's why, guys, I'm going all in on Bitcoin, right? And not just Bitcoin, but other altcoins, just cryptocurrency in general. I am, in fact, dollar cost averaging. Okay, I've been telling you guys that many times. Okay, and I'll keep repeating myself, but I am, in fact, dollar cost averaging. Okay, so every week, I am, in fact, investing into Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? We can't forget about Ethereum, but I do, in fact, invest into other altcoins, but my main investments are in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I really just stick with the basics when I'm investing into crypto, okay? I just stick with Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Especially Bitcoin. So I am, in fact, buying, and I hope, okay, I really do hope you guys are, in fact, buying as well, because this, okay, is the best time right now to invest into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still low, even though, yes, it's been pumping, it's still low, guys, right? If I go to the year chart right here, go to the weekly time frame, you guys can clearly see, even though, yes, Bitcoin has, in fact, been pumping for the past few weeks now, okay, we are still down a lot from its previous all-time high. So, we are still in a bear market, and we are still in the accumulation stage right now. Okay, we are. So this is the perfect time right now to buy into Bitcoin. It's a great time right now to buy some Bitcoin for long term. Trust me. Okay, so that being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. That is, some of the reasons why I believe Bitcoin will 100% reach $1 million by the year 2030, potentially the year 30. Okay, so that's just some of the reasons. You guys let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys agree with me? Right? Do you guys agree with me or not? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know. But on that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. More videos will in fact be coming your way. You guys already know that every single day. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you guys have not yet already. I really will appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Have a good one, guys.